everyone. Uh, as we have already completed first part of experiment 1, now we will go through the second part, which is to realize basic to input boolean and or logic functions using discrete components. We'll be using virtual lab. uh, so on virtual lab, this experiment is for all the boolean functions, that is for and, or, not, NAND, nor, XOR. So we will be performing all of these. So to realize basic logic functions using discrete components, we can use either diode or transistor. BJTs you must have read in first year. You can use MOSFETs, other type of transistors also, but we'll stick to diode and BJTs here because about them you have studied in your first year. So this thing we have already discussed: logic gates, elementary building block of digital circuits, three types of basic gates, and or not, derived gates, XOR, XNOR, universal gates, NAND and NOR. Now this we have used ICs of these gates in the part 1. So that IC is basically what it is. It is a these those are chips, that is pieces of semiconductor material that contain all of the transistor, resistors and capacitor necessary to create a digital circuit or system. That means we are embedding all the discrete components in a single chip on a single silicon wafer, and we have encapsulated that with the plastic exterior, and so we are using a integrated chip in the earlier experiment. Now these gates belong to different can belong to different logic family. Now what is a logic family? Logic family is basically a set of chip that may implement different logic functions but use the same type of transistors and voltage levels for logical levels and for the power supply. You can understand it in a way that for making you are taking a base technology. For example, you are making gates using transistors. So you are using a particular type of transistor, and you are using a particular set of voltage levels, and using those only you are making different gates. Now the other logic family can belong to diode logic, means you are using diode, and accordingly you are setting different voltage levels, so that belongs to a different logic family. So logic family means you are using a certain kind of technology to form the gates, and you are setting a particular voltage levels for logical levels. Suppose you can set plus 5 volt as logic 1, and you can also set plus 10 volt as logic level. So these things are specific for a specific logic family. So these families vary by speed, power consumption, cost, voltage and current levels. So IC digital logic families can be these kind of types. DL means diode logic, you are using diode only. Then DTL, a diode transistor. Then RTL, resistor transistor. TTL, transistor logic. ECL, emitter coupled logic, and MOS using MOSFETs. And then CMOS. You don't have to worry about these logic families, as you might learn these logic families in your theory part later on. So you just know this thing, that you can use diodes or transistors to form a basic gate. So now first of all, let's talk about the diode. Now you must have studied diodes in your basic electronics course, so you must be knowing this, that when a diode is ideal diode, means there is no internal resistance and voltage drop across it. So for ideal diode, when you will forward bias it, that is you apply positive to anode and negative to cathode, then this will act as a closed switch. And if you make it reverse bias, then it will act as a open switch. So this thing you have to keep in mind to understand the working of gates. Now coming to BJTs, bipolar junction transistor. You must have studied this also in your basic electronics course, NPN and PNP type. Uh, Different reasons of operations of BJT. When both the junctions are reverse biased, then it is in cutoff region, then it acts as an off switch. When both are forward biased, it is in saturation region, on switch. If emitter base junction forward bias, collector base junction reverse bias, then active region, and in this region you can use it as an amplifier. If emitter base junction reverse biased and collector base junction forward biased, then it is in reverse active region and you can use it as an attenuator. Now for the switch purpose, as we can use BJTs for making gates also, we'll use BJT in these two regions: cutoff region if we want the switch to be off, and saturation region if you want the switch to be on. So this you have to keep in mind. Now you can use, see, this is a mechanical switch. When you will close it, the circuit will close and this bulb will glow. Otherwise the circuit is, if it is open, then the circuit is incomplete, not closed, so this bulb will not glow. So for this mechanical switch, you can replace the switch with NPN transistor or PNP transistor. For NPN, you have to, for making this, for this collector will be connected to positive, and PNP, this collector will be connected to negative. Similarly, see this transistor in cutoff region, when you are not supplying anything to the base, you're not supplying anything to the base, so this base emitter junction is not forward biased, so it will not work. So this is in cutoff region, so this is like an open switch. Now when you will provide input to the base, it will work and it will saturate, and then it will this bulb will glow. So you can see this we have connected BJT here. So when you are supplying 0 volt to the base, so it is open switch. Now when you are supplying some voltage at the base and applying some voltage at the collector also through a resistor, then it is acting as a closed switch. So now you must have you must be aware of both the things, diode and BJT working as a switch. So which platform will be using to verify the truth table of basic logic gates practically using discrete components? We will be using Digital Electronics Lab under Virtual Labs, which will be under this Electronics and Communication Engineering. There are various departmental labs in this virtual lab, so we'll be using this specific one, and this is the link for that particular lab. So first we'll discuss the theory part. For the AND gate, we know this is the logic symbol, this is the truth table. So we can make this AND gate using two transistors and these resistors, so T1 and T2. Now let's take the first case, 0 0. Both are grounded, both A and B are ground, so both of these will be cut off, and the output will be, you can apply in this KVL in this loop. This will be, these two will be off, so you can apply KVL in this loop. There will be no current across it, this R2, but this voltage, out voltage, will be equals to this ground voltage, so it will be 0. Similarly, when any of these inputs will be 0, so that particular transistor will be off. So there is no direct path between this output and VCC. So the output will be 0. Only when in case of 1 1, when you apply both of 1 1, so both will be on and there is a direct path between VCC and out. So output will be 1. Now OR gate, here we have used diodes in place of transistors. So similarly, when both are 0, so both the diodes are off, output will be 0. When any one of the diode is at logic high, suppose this A is plus 5 volt, so this will conduct and this out is connected to plus 5 volt, so output will be 1. If any one of these is on, if both are 1, then then also output will be 1. Output will be 0 only when both of these are not conducting, then out will be equals to this ground. This loop will be active, so out will be equals to 0. Otherwise, this out will be 1 according to the input applied. Now coming to the NOT gate. For NOT gate or inverter, we are using one transistor. So when this A will be high, so this transistor will work. It will work as a switch. It will be a closed switch. So this output will be 0. So when you are applying high, it is giving low. And when you are giving low, that means this will be off, and this output will be equals to VCC. This case. Now coming to XOR gate. Now XOR gate you can form using these three gates, A, B bar, A or B, and we will AND it. So A or B and AB whole bar. So you can break this one using De Morgan's theorem, break the line and change the sign, and then you will simplify it A bar or A dot B bar or B dot A bar or B dot B bar, and as you know A dot A bar is equals to 0 and this thing is also equals to 0, B dot B bar, so output will be AB bar or A bar B, which is the equation for XOR gate. So you can, now this you have already studied this OR logic, this, and I'll explain later on. This thing can be this NAND gate can be formed using this type of circuitry. So this part is for OR gate, and this part is for NAND gate, and this part is for AND gate. So this OR gate, you can form either with these diodes, or you can use transistors also. See, for if we will understand the working of this OR gate using transistors. If anyone if both the inputs are high, that means 1 1, so 1 1, so it will give 0 if both the inputs are high. So this out will be connected to ground, and it will give, sorry, this part, not this part, but this part is OR gate. So if this part is NAND gate, and this part is OR gate. So whenever you will give input +5 to any one of these, so that transistor will conduct and this out will become high. Suppose this you are taking A equals to 1, so this will be conducting, and B equals to 0, so this will not be conducting. But there is a path between high voltage and output. Similarly, when both will be on, so both will be conducting and this will be equals to high voltage. Only when both will be low, then this will not work. This both will be off, so this output will be equals to 0. Now coming to this part, this is NAND. So in case of NAND, output is low only when both the inputs are high. So when both the inputs are high, these both will conduct and this output will be equals to 0. Otherwise, when any of these will be equals to 0, so this path will not be completed and this out will be equals to VCC. So this portion is NAND gate, this NAND gate, and this portion is this OR gate, and finally this one is your AND gate. So in this way you can form XOR gate. Now coming to XNOR gate, you can form XNOR equation is A bar, B bar or AB. So what you can do, you can use inverters for A bar and B bar, A bar and B bar inverters, then you will send this input to AND gate. This is the AND gate. Then this AND gate you will give simply A and B. So this will give AB, this will give A bar, B bar, and finally this is the OR gate. So you will get A bar, B bar or AB. So in this way you can implement XOR gate. Now coming to NAND gate. So NAND gate is AND followed by NOT. So you can see this circuit. If it will give low only when both the transistors will be on. Both these transistors will be on. Then this output will be equals to 0. And when these two will be on, when both will be high, when both inputs A and B will be high. So when both will be high, both the transistors will be on and this loop will be complete. So out will be equals to 0. Otherwise, if any of these two or both of these will be off, so this out will be equals to VCC. See, both are off, then out equals to VCC. If any one of these is off, then equals to VCC. Otherwise, equals to 0. Now coming to NOR gate, you can see this circuit. NOR gate is OR followed by NOT. So these two transistors, if any one of these will be on, so that will conduct and this out will go to ground. Here we are connecting collector direct to this out, not cascading these two. So whenever both will be off, so this will go to VCC. Otherwise, when any one of these will be on, so this will out will be equals to ground, like this. Now to verify the truth table of basic gates, practically you will perform these experiments and we'll see how we can perform these on virtual lab. So let's perform these experiments. Let's go to our browser and type virtual labs. So this is virtual labs and we will go to electronics and communication part. Here you can see list of labs. Here you can go to digital electronics lab new. Okay, so this is developed by IIT Roorkee and you can see introduction here, then the objective to understand the basic concepts of digital electronics, and you can go to list of experiments. Now there are various experiments here, so we are implementing first experiment, verification and interpretation of truth table for logic gates. So we will click on this. Here you can see they are using RTL logic, means resistor transistor logic to implement gates, diode transistor logic to implement gates, or transistor logic to implement the gate. You will be seeing two simulators. In first simulator you will implement these using discrete components, and for simulator 2 you can verify the truth table. So let's this here you can see the theory part, then this is the pre-test, you can take this test, then procedure, and then finally simulation. So we will perform it. So when you will go for simulation, so you will see this window. So first of all, let's go for AND gate. So when you will go for AND gate, there is simulator 1 and simulator 2. So in simulator 1 we will see this is the circuit. We are using two transistors, switches, and this switch is to connect for power supply. This is the battery. So first of all, what we will do, we will connect the battery. To connect the battery, we have to click on battery. The battery is connected. Now first thing, we have to make the switch, we have to on this switch. That means you are supplying VCC to particular terminals. Now this, as we have kept switch 2 and switch 3 off, so this VCC is not transmitting to these base of these transistors. So the condition is 0 0, and this is the AND gate, so 0 0 0. So suppose I am making this 0 1. Now also it is giving 0. Now 1 0, this is 0 1, then also it is not giving the out, and output is 0. If you will make both 1, then you have made both the things 1. So now as you have made both the things 1, it will glow. So this will glow. So you have verified AND gate. Now simulator 2. Simulator 2 you can verify the truth table. Truth table you can verify. Suppose you are giving 0 0. So if you will give 0 0, if you will 1 and you will make this check, it will show incorrect, as for AND gate 0 0 gives 0. So what we will do, if we will write 0, then it will check and it will show correct. So in this way you can verify the whole truth table here, and you can print it from here. You can paste this screenshot in your write-up. So now coming to, this was for AND gate. Similarly you can go for different gates. For OR gate, similarly for OR gate you can connect the battery, then 0 0 bulb is not glowing. If 0 1 bulb is glowing, 1 0 bulb is glowing, both 1 bulb is glowing. So this way you have verified OR gate, and you can verify your truth table here. Similarly for NOT gate, the only difference in this virtual lab is that your circuit is already there. If you will implement this thing in lab using hardware, so you have to connect this, you have to make the circuit on the breadboard. You have to make the circuit on the breadboard. You have to connect the transistor, then the resistor accordingly, and you can use LED in place of this bulb. Now this was for NOT gate. So you will connect the battery, you will apply the VCC here. Now as you can see, this is the input. So this is 0, so it will glow. When you will make it 1, then it will not glow. And you can verify that it's truth table. Now similarly NAND gate. NAND gate also, you will connect this battery, you will make this supply VCC to this collector, and if 0 0, it is glowing, because this is NAND gate. So 0 0 1, then 0 1 0 1 it is glowing, then 1 0 it is glowing. When both are 1, then it will not glow. Then coming to NOR gate. NOR gate also, you will connect the battery, you will switch on the power supply. 0 0 NOR gate 0 0 will be high, and it will give, NOR gate will give 0, it will give high only when both the inputs are 0. So both the inputs are 0, so it will give high, otherwise it will give 0. Both are high, it will give 0. And you can see this transistor working here. This green line shows, that means voltage is, this green line means this current is, both are high, so both are working, both these transistors are working. So now coming to XOR gate. XOR gate also, you have seen this, you will switch on the power supply, okay, and then you are giving 0 0. So XOR, when both the inputs are similar, so output will be 0. The output will be 1 only when there are dissimilar inputs. So in this case it will glow. If you will make the 0, this will high, then also it will glow. If you will make both 1, so it will not glow. Here you can see they have given the specifications of this circuit also. R1, R2, R8, these are of 10 kilo ohm, and R3, R6 and R9 are of 5 kilo ohm. So you can implement this thing on breadboard also. So then finally coming to XNOR gate. So XNOR gate, you have to click on the power supply. When both are either 0 or both are at same levels, then it will glow. Otherwise, if they are dissimilar, so they will so the output will be 0, because XNOR is the inversion of XOR. So in this way you can implement different logic gates using discrete components on virtual lab. You can verify its truth table from here also. Suppose let me 0, take an example, this XOR gate. So 0 0 0 0, it will be 1, so it will show correct. Then 0 1, it will be 0. Then 1 0 1 0, it should be 0, so correct. And 1 1, so it will give 1, so this is correct. And you can print this thing also. You can print this thing. So this way you can perform this experiment on virtual lab. Hope you all must have understood these things. If you have any query, you can contact me either through mail or through WhatsApp. So I'll be happy to resolve your queries. So kindly go through this experiment. Thank you.